HIV positive. Welcome back to Prime Time, y'all, and I'm back at it again with another story time. But before we get into the story time, go ahead and get your meal, your drink, your blunts, or your snack, and tell your man or sneaky link that you will call them back because Prime just dropped a new video. So y'all, if you watch my lives, you already know how this story finna go. But you know, if you new or you don't be on my lives like that, baby, here you go. But anyway, wait, so this is why it's really imperative to, show up to my lives, y'all, so y'all can really get to tea. Or maybe you're gonna miss out, on the early inputs of the tea, or, just some early insight. So I really, really think y'all need to start showing up to these lives, baby, so you can really get the first-hand tea first and foremost. But anyway, let's go ahead and hop right into the story time, shall we? So this story time takes place in late July, so at this point, I'm getting to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to close my relationship up. I got 2 more things to cross off of my bucket list, and an orgy is one of them, okay? So I'm like, okay, so how am I finna get this orgy together? Like, so how is this finna work? But then I was like, oh, Sniffies. So Sniffies is like a cruiser gay app where you can host like orgies, parties, gay parties, bait sessions, gay events, just whatever. You can host a group. I mean, not saying you can't do it on any other app. It's just way more easier, in the process to simplify with, all the options that you have on Sniffies. So I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and get the premium, because you can't host a group, any type of group, without a premium on Sniffies, So after having a conversation with my man, I'm like, okay, babe, like, when we finna get this started, what day, what time, all that. So boom, we plan out a day, plan out a time, I get the premium, boom. So I want to say like a good week straight, y'all, I am inviting, men, letting men get into my orgy, talking to different types of guys, pretty much vetting men to get up in this orgy, because I really didn't have any stipulations when it came to who all can come, except for my man's stipulations. He just didn't want nobody, too old, you know what I'm saying? Because he don't like them old. Like, I like older men, but my man was like, you know what I'm saying? And I was kind of like, I might invite a few older men for myself, so, Anyway, so it was just, because, me and my man got 2 different types, so it was a various amount of men that I was letting and inviting into this orgy. So, I let a lot of guys in, I also denied a lot of guys, because attraction level just wasn't there, all that. Or I did deny a few, a few people that they just wasn't our type. So I was kind of just like, it's no point in inviting them, because whatever. So, but this one particular guy, it was this older guy, he was like in his 60s. And y'all, he was just sloppy built. And I was kind of just like, I'm sorry, but we full. But that wasn't really a lie. But it kind of was a lie, because if he was fine, I would let him in, because I want to say our cap was like at 15. I was going to stop inviting people at 15, because baby, like, my apartment ain't that big. Okay, we was going to all be in my living room, so I'm like, I can't really have a lot of people in my living room like that, but I want to say at the time, I want to say I had like 13 people come in. 13 people come in, and I had to deny him. This was like on a Thursday. Mind you, the orgy was going to take place on a Friday. This was like July 26th when the orgy was finna take place. So boom, me and my man is just getting prepared. I done went to the clinic, done picked up so many condoms. Y'all got a drawer full of condoms at this point. My man done came home with multiple bottles of lube, all that. Like, we was ready to have the Astro Glide on deck, okay? So my man gets off work, and we start getting ready. So he showers, I shower, candles lit, we got the LED lights going, we got the what's it called, the light up signs going. Like, y'all know my light up signs. If you be in my lives or my other videos, you done seen like my YouTube light and my also happy pride like in the back. So baby, it was just giving a vibe. And we also had porn playing on the TV. I done put towels down on all my furniture and all over my living room floor. So, you know, I didn't want to get no bodily fluids on my furniture or on my floor. I'm sorry, like, look, I just, because that's the living room. You know, you're going to have guests coming over. You don't want, you know, stuff like that is not easy to get out the furniture. And I just think that's nasty. So I was like, I had put towels down all over my furniture, all on my floor, put both my cats up. Mind you, so at this point, I done had also invited some more people. I want to say we got like 15 people coming. So I'm like, because I stopped it at that cap, right? But then I want to say, as close as the time was getting, so the orgy was supposed to start at 8 p.m. So as the time is getting closer, you know, a few people text me talking about they backing out. You know, I want to say like 2 people had text me. It was like, oh, they're not going to make it. And I was like, oh, okay, like, that's fine. We still got, you know, a bunch of like other people coming, like 13 people. That's still more than enough to get an orgy cracking, okay? So, you know, I done douched out. Look, y'all, I'm ready to go. Like, I want to say, I just had my drawers on because I'm like, I don't want to open the door and booty butt naked. Like, have a little bit of decorum. But I'm like, how much decorum can I really have if I'm hosting an orgy? I don't know, but hey. Also, let me tell y'all about the men who were supposed to be coming to this orgy, right? So we had a plethora of white guys, a few Latinos, and I was trying to invite some blacks. I really was trying to get some chocolate up in this orgy. But the sad thing is, like, every time I tried to, you know, communicate with, you know, my black men, they kept saying, is black people going to be there? And I was like, well, you know, I'm trying to get, you know, some black people in here. You know, I'm trying to invite black people. But, you know, they'd look at it and be like, oh, it ain't no black people in here. I'm not trying to, like, come. And I was like, damn, like, y'all keep saying this. So, because didn't nobody want to be first. They didn't want to be the first black person. And I really, really, really did not want to be, like, the token black guy there. Because I just feel like it was going to be awkward. It was either going to give overwhelmed because I'm the only chocolate piece in there, or it was going to give underwhelmed because I'm the only chocolate piece in there. And I just didn't want to feel that. So I was trying so hard to get some chocolate, you know, and the chocolate wasn't coming. I talked to this one Asian. He said he wasn't interested. So that was simple. I was like, damn, you know, it would have been good to get some Asian up in there. Because, you know, y'all, I was trying to give a variety of flavor with this orgy. I wanted it to be an all-out, flavorful, melting pot orgy, but the people of color just really did not want to show up. I just was like, damn. Maybe that's just my area. I mean, Iowa, so I feel like that's probably what it was really giving. Like, pretty much nobody of color really wanted to show. Or not show, but wanted to join. So, it was a little sad. So, that was already kind of like strike one in my head that maybe I shouldn't even be doing this, you know? So, boom. 8 o'clock rolls around, y'all. My man sitting in the recliner. I'm sitting in my recliner. We just waiting. We kind of just like, okay, what's going on? Where the people at? Because, you know, I thought it was going to be a few people who showed up early. And I also had put in the orgy thing that, like, look, it's between, you got to show up between 8 and 8:30 because we're not opening the doors past 8:30 because I didn't want to be opening the doors constantly throughout the night because the orgy was supposed to last 2 hours at most. Between 8 and 10 o'clock. So I was like, look, get here between 8 and 8:30 because don't be knocking on the door at 8:31 thinking I'm finna come open it. You just would have missed out. The door is officially locked and closed at 8:30. So 8 o'clock rolls around. I'm like, okay, nobody here, cool. 8:05 rolls around. I'm like, damn, okay. Maybe, you know, people just don't want to be the first ones. Because, you know, sometimes you want to show up to an event late because you just don't want to be the first one there. You kind of want to join when it gets jumping. 8:10 rolls around. So at this point, I'm kind of getting nervous. I'm kind of just like, okay, it's 8:10. Motherfuckers got 20 minutes left. I know, you know, motherfuckers don't want to be the first one. Because, you know, if it was me and I was showing up to the orgy, I wouldn't want to be the first bitch there. So I'm kind of just like, okay, once 8:15 hit, I'ma know something, something's not right. So 8:15 hit. I'm looking at everybody's profile. I'm like, what's going on? Like, motherfuckers offline. Like, why motherfuckers not showing up? Anyways, fast forward to 8:30. Me and my man sat here and waited a whole 30 minutes. I want to say about 8:25. I was like, damn, I don't think ain't nobody gonna show up. So my man was like, shit, we might as well just... I'm like, nah, let's give it 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, because I don't know. But I was kind of just like, if only like 2 or 3 guys show up, I'm just going to cancel the whole thing, because it's really not going to give orgy at that point. And I wanted to host an actual orgy. But it's already 8:25 and ain't nobody here. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Boom, 8:30 hit. I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'm like, take the porn off the TV. We started getting the towels up, all that. So at this point, I'm like, what the fuck? So I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm embarrassed. Like, I'm kind of just like, what the fuck? Ain't not one person showed up out of 13 people. That's a lot of people not to show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's weird. You invite all those people and not one. Now, even if everybody ain't show up, it just 1, 2, or 3 people showed up, would have kind of been like, okay, cool. Like, maybe even 4 people, it would have been like, okay, cool. But not one showed up. So my intuition like, what the fuck? Something ain't right. So me and my man kind of just like, what the fuck, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna go to the Taco Bell, get something to eat. Me and my man smashed, because we was, in the mood. Duh. We smashed. I go get Taco Bell. I'm on the phone with my friend Trent. I'm like, bitch, I'm telling him all this shit. He like, yeah. He laughing at first, because it is kind of funny. Like, damn, ain't nobody showed up. But he like, yeah, that's weird. And I'm like, yeah, like, that's weird as fuck. Like, why ain't nobody show up? Boom, bada, boom, bada, boom, bada, boom. So I'm pissed. And, I'm also embarrassed. And I'm also kind of just like, damn. Like, so, anyways, next day. Tell me why, I wake up to a few messages, right? On the Sniffies app. So the first message I seen was from this one older man that I had declined when I told you he was like sloppy built and stuff like that. He was like in his 60s. But mind you, y'all, I don't want nobody getting under my comments talking about I'm ageist, because I had a 64-year-old coming and he was fine. He was built, all that muscles, all that. He didn't even look 64. But I had invited him. So don't be saying I'm ageist. I didn't decline him because his age. He looked his age. Like, no shame. And he was like 60. Whereas a 64-year-old was even coming. So the one I had declined was like, so how was the orgy? Smiley face. So I kind of like read it, and I was kind of just like, I don't know. I just left him on open. I went to the next message. And then somebody had texted me and was like, I just want to know, like, is it true that you got HIV? Because if so, that's kind of fucked up. And why are you hosting an orgy and not letting people know that you HIV positive? Baby, mind you, when I tell you, I had to rub my motherfucking eyes and reopen that motherfucking message, because this was like early in the morning. I had just woke up. I'm looking at these messages like, what the fuck? What? Hold on. HIV? Positive? Who? And no shade to people who got HIV, I know that's, I don't really want to get into it, but anybody who got HIV and who is HIV positive, power to you, and no disrespect. But I don't got HIV, and the fact that someone was claiming that I had HIV had me fucked up. So I'm instantly like, who the fuck told you I got HIV? Because me and my partner are both HIV negative. So then he had sent me the screenshot. Like, oh, this older guy said you had HIV. That's why I ain't showed up. Because this was the guy who I was texting talking about why you ain't say you got HIV. He was supposed to be coming. He ain't show up. So I'm like, hold on, because this profile look familiar. So I'm looking at the screenshot. I'm looking at the profile. I'm like, hold the fuck up. Something ain't right. So then I go to the older man. I'm like, what the fuck? So I take the screenshot, and then boom, I send it to the older man. I'm like, you telling motherfuckers I got HIV? Y'all, when I tell you why that motherfucker blocked me, I'm like, so this bitch was mad as fuck. I ain't invite him to the orgy, so now he over here lying, telling everybody in my motherfucking who is supposed to come to my orgy. Because when you have an orgy on Sniffies, you can see who are coming. Even if you're not invited, you can still see who's all coming and still message people who are all coming. So I believe this old ass, miserable ass, ugly ass, sloppy built ass bitch went to every single person in my orgy and told them, me and my man got HIV. So now I'm sitting here thinking, motherfuckers is just, flaky as hell, scary as hell, or busy as hell that they didn't show up to this orgy. I don't fucking know. Whatever the fuck their excuse was. Whole time motherfuckers ain't show up because this miserable old bitch telling people I got a disease. Y'all, I never wanted to fight an old bitch in my life. No, but for real. No, for real. I know it's kind of funny, but I was kind of just like, I should be able to sue. But since it's Sniffies, and then the motherfucker done blocked me and everything. So then I'm going back to the other man. I'm like, I don't got HIV. And he like, well, that's what he said. And I'm like, so he had everybody believing that we had HIV. I should be able to sue for defamation, right? I don't know. I feel like that was also maybe that was the universe way, because this was gonna be my second orgy, y'all. If you don't know my first story time, this was supposed to be my second orgy, and the first one fell through. So with this one falling through again, I'm kind of just like, maybe this is the universe way of telling me, maybe me hosting an orgy or having an orgy to begin with, maybe it's just not for me. Maybe it's just not for me. I'm pissed, Now I could laugh at it now, but during the time I found out I was pissed, and I was low key embarrassed because it was like, what the fuck. But anyways, y'all, that really concludes this story time. I want to say, when I tried to message the other guys about it, like, oh, this such and such, some guys ain't respond. Some guys actually blocked me, and I was like, damn. So I firmly believe he went and told every guy who was supposed to come to my orgy that I was HIV positive. That's why I'm like, you gotta be careful, because on these apps, there are some miserable guys who just cannot handle rejection. And the thing is, y'all, I'm not one of those gays who be like, ew, no, or I don't respond when it comes to like saying no to guys. I'm very polite. I be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. Or I be like, I'm sorry, like, I don't see us working. Or I'm sorry, I wouldn't want to like partake in that activity with you. It just be real nice and simple. I never like be mean, no matter how unattractive I find that person, or how, I just don't see it with me and that person, hunching. Like, I don't be rude. So the fact that he would go around and do that, I just thought that was just so fucked up. And that's some miserable ass shit. And be careful. Be careful. That's why I'm kind of just like, it's no point in being nice, really, on these apps no more. Because at first, you go on Twitter and you see all these mean gays being mean to people, calling them out their names, and, blocking them. I always felt bad. I was like, damn, you don't need to do that. Just tell them you're not interested, or, why you're not interested. But from now on, bitch, if you're not interested in somebody, just block their ass, period. just go ahead and instantly block their ass. Because if I would have just blocked that old ass bitch right then and there, he wouldn't have never been able to see my orgy. And he wouldn't have never been able to text every single person who was supposed to be coming to my motherfucking orgy. But anyways, y'all, that will conclude with this story time. If you watch my live and you watch my story time again, what should I make y'all put in the comments? Say live OG or something in the comments if you was already in live and you know this story time already died. I just told y'all in the live. But if you new to my channel or you new to the story time, you know, leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think. Should I try to host another orgy again, or should I just say fuck it? Maybe it's not meant for me, or is a third time really a charm? I don't know. But if you made it through this whole video, baby, I love you. And go ahead and leave a like. Subscribe. And please hit that notification bell on the side so you will be notified the next time I upload. And I catch you, okay, on another Prime Time. And we out.